Hey, we're the Spirit Realm Travelers. If you don't know who we are yet and what we can do, I am a Reiki practitioner, remote viewer, intuitive.
And I'm a psychic medium and a witch.
Yeah. So we do have an introduction video on our channel, and the link to that will be in the description below. And today we're going to be reacting to a scary compilation of videos by Bizarre Bub, compilation 79, and we'll have the link to that video in the description as well. So let's get into it. Let's start it.
On June 9th of 2023, an unsettling video was posted by a girl named Cupid who was home alone when something pretty terrifying was captured. The video starts off with Cupid lying on the couch before she suddenly realizes that someone or something is in her house. She was on her phone when she glanced over at the corner of the room and saw what looked to be a person standing completely still. Someone was watching her. Although freaked out at first, she began to laugh as she had a feeling that this was either her friend or boyfriend who was pulling a prank. But little did she know, this wasn't a prank. A mysterious presence has invaded Pupa's home. The following is her video. Watch.
I'm so conflicted.
Why?
Hey,
That's weird.
I feel like I could see it moving.
Yeah, it looks like it's moving a little bit too.
andate a mi casa.
I see it. I don't know if it's like orbs or little fluffies in the air, but there's.
Hey.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It looks strange.
Right when things are getting tense, the video ends abruptly. It's unknown as to what exactly happened afterward, but one can safely assume that Pupa was left extremely terrified. Now, Pupa has posted some videos after this incident, but in neither video does she go into detail about the events of that night. Perhaps this incident was so disturbing that Pupa is trying her best to forget about it. Although it's unclear as to what exactly was captured, there's no doubting that the video she took is just downright chilling.
I feel like when you zoom in, you can see like the face a little bit, like the lighting changes, so it looks like a person. And then when it's like zoomed out, obviously the lighting, because like on iPhones.
Is that what you noticed? I couldn't tell if it was a face, but it looked like a girl. It had
I
the
feel like
shape
I
of
could
like
see
a
the
girl.
jaw at least.
Is that your own vision, like your
No, I saw
psychic
it.
sight?
No, I
can see it on the
saw
video?
on the TV. Yeah, but I'm really conflicted with her energy. I'm not. It was like scary,
Mm-hmm.
but the more that I criticize it, like the less that I'm being able to like really hold on to that feeling that would help me clarify if it's real or not. It's not so much there.
What is that feeling?
Well, of course, I'll see the person's emotions, and then I'll be able to tap into and observe the entity or the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And what because initially I got like weirded out looking at it,
Mm-hmm.
but the more that I tap into it, I'm picking up on a human. Like, you know, when I push into a person,
Mm-hmm.
I'll see their character and their soul family and stuff.
Right.
That's what I'm starting to see. It's like,
But I mean, she was scared and weirded out, but she was still laughing at it. So maybe that's what you're picking up on.
Maybe so.
Is that because she might have felt like she was scared a little bit at first, but then she's kind of like playing it off.
Yeah.
But I think he said none of her other videos were like that. But do you sense that that's an entity?
If anything, it'd be a ghost, like a typical ghost. But I haven't seen like on camera something so like
Clear?
clear.
Well,
Yeah.
what would a shadow person and like clearly seen on camera look like? It'd probably look like that, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. I just feel like the lines around it are very crisp. And usually
yeah.
with shadow people,
Outline.
it fades out a little.
I can see that. So what is the final verdict then? What do you think? I think it's real.
I don't know.
I think it's real. Let me tell you why. Because he's recording something there. It looks like another girl, the shape of a woman. You can see the hair. Yes, the outline looks like it's like higher quality than the actual video to some degree, but not really. I don't think so. I didn't see necessarily like the facial features. I couldn't tell in this video. You might have to go back and look at it just to double check. But I think the only human feeling that I get in there is coming out of the person that's holding the camera. So I don't sense anything from that shadow being on camera as it, so like every time I try to tap into it, it's like it almost doesn't have emotions, like, or something like that.
That is true. That's why it's confusing.
Yeah, so that's what I'm feeling and picking up on it. So I think it's a real entity, and it's probably just, it feels like it's trying to obviously scare the person by just like staring at it very intensely. The person doesn't look like she's too fazed by it, but she is still sort of creeped out by it. It's almost like you laugh when you're nervous, a little bit, but she's, you know, she's kind of almost brushing it off, I think.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like to me. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is one of the situations where it could be 50-50, but I want to lean more towards that it is something real that she caught on camera. I mean, most shadow people are going to be in the dark and you can still see their outlines. But this one was really bold, and I've seen some videos like that where they're really bold and they'll peek out and look at somebody.
Yeah.
And, you know, it looks like that. So it's very strange that this shadow person is like right like in the light. They don't usually do that. And it looked like a girl too, so I don't know if that makes any difference into it, like the personality of it, you know.
I'm like pushing right now to see what she was doing when she was on the phone. And then I can feel her sensing something looking at her. Because I imagine myself as her laying on the couch on my side. I look up because I feel something. I'll say now after this download, it is more on the real side. Yeah.
It's just not showing, like, it doesn't have like emotions necessarily, but the person does, and she's again, that's probably like the laughing of it, like, you know, she's like, oh, brushing off, but it does make sense, because if she's picking up on somebody staring at her, she doesn't know where, she looks up and sees this thing.
Yeah, and I'm like at a barrier almost. And if I go past this barrier, then I'm going to be pushing into the other, you know, the things energy, and I don't necessarily want to do that. So I can see now.
From her, just her perspective?
Yeah, because it's becoming a little, well, yeah, but then with the thing, it's more resistant. It doesn't want me to push in. So that's how I know that there's like something more negative or off about it.
So maybe that could be stopping you from getting more information on it. I mean, you could push if you wanted to, but the fact that there's resistance is like, well, that's probably what explains the feeling that you're not getting, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and say that this one is a real video of a shadow person, which is creepy. Because they just don't do that. And, well, if you go onto our podcast, you'll see that the stuff that we talk about is going to point towards more of these things and these events happening.
Yeah, we explain more how all of that works.
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess we're going to be moving on to the next video. Thanks for watching. Thank you so much for watching our video. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, and hit that bell notification. You can listen to our podcast, Obscure Mysteries, on Spotify, and follow us on social media, our TikTok and Instagram at Spirit Realm Travelers. Stay tuned for more content. Till next time.